I'm here at taxsaleacademy.com, and thank you so much for joining me on today's live stream right here on YouTube. Guys, as always, at the conclusion of this live stream, if you're looking to learn more about investing in tax defaulted real estate, be sure to head on over to taxsaleacademy.com. Again, the website is taxsaleacademy.com. All right, guys, today we'll be talking about something that really just kind of frustrates me. Today we'll be talking about buying tax sale lists from third parties. And when I say buying tax sale lists, that list could be just a simple Excel spreadsheet with the date, the legal parcel, the legal description, parcel number, opening bid amount, that kind of stuff. Very, very basic. Or it could be very, very detailed with pictures, descriptions, and perhaps even an estimated value. Now, if you spend any time browsing real estate investing message boards or Facebook groups or actively showing interest in tax sale investing, eventually you'll get solicited to buy one of these lists. Now, that list is going to be advertised from a third party who specializes in selling these lists. That's their business, is selling foreclosure lists. The specific list that we're talking about is not the list that comes from the county, which we'll discuss later on. It's sold for a business opportunity. In fact, it might even be just a private individual who is trying to provide a little bit of information for a nominal amount in a genuine good faith effort to try to help, right? But whatever the situation is, the end result is that the user of this list, the buyer of that list, is accepting that list, accepting that information as factual, and is basing their investment off of it. And again, it could be a bank foreclosure list, tax foreclosure list, whatever it is. Obviously, we're talking about that tax sale or that tax foreclosure list. Now, I know I might very well get not just for recording this video, especially from those who are already wasting their money and risking a lot from buying these lists. So here's my quick disclaimer. A lot of these companies do provide good information. They can, give you dates and stuff like that. But the lists themselves, don't ever buy those lists, and we're going to discuss why. I have two primary reasons that you should never, ever buy a tax sale list. And I'm going to tell you what you need to do instead later on in this live stream. So the first reason is simple, and that's you don't need to. Every single state has requirements pursuant to state law, just like it says in all the laws in every state. My law guide right behind me, guys. Every single state requires properties that are up for auction at tax sale to be advertised, right? This could be like on a website, in a newspaper, maybe somewhere else. But the end deal is that information is free in some manner in every single state. We'll talk more about this in just a second. Secondly, you need to sit back and really think about what you're doing. Tax sale investing is buying and selling tax defaulted real estate. You're investing hundreds, if not thousands, or tens of thousands of dollars into real estate. This investment, of course, should be able to return back that initial capital plus lots of profit, right? The level of risk that you face is dependent solely upon that parcel of real estate. That's it. You win or you lose because of that specific piece of property. So why in the world would you invest your hard-earned money? Why would you gamble that investment into information that somebody else put together? A third party who is assumingly not interested in your investment, but their business is to just sell a list. Why would you put all your money into that person that you don't even know, right? That bought third-party list might say that there's a house on that parcel, when in fact, they made a mistake. And the property that's being sold is the alley behind that house. They might say it's a nice 1 acre piece of property, a square lot, right? When it could be a landlocked piece of property. Guys, I can go on and on and on, but what you're ultimately doing is you're gambling that the person who researched that list and provided that information to you is correct. It's a gamble. And don't get me wrong, guys. I don't know of anybody who is maliciously including incorrect information on tax sale lists that they are selling. But I've been to thousands of auctions. I've seen hundreds of thousands, if not millions of properties auction off. And I can tell you that even the county office personnel make mistakes from time to time. They're supposed to be, they're supposed to have zero mistakes. That's where everybody gets their information from, right? But they do make mistakes time to time. So these third-party companies certainly make a lot more mistakes than they do. For you to accept somebody else's information and to invest your money based on somebody else's research is absolutely foolish, guys, and I caution you not to do it. At the end of the day, if you wasted $20,000 on buying a house and that house doesn't exist, the only person that $20,000 investment, that bad investment impacts is you. It doesn't impact the county. And the person that sold you a list, they don't care. It's you that wastes that $20,000, nobody else. So don't ever invest based off somebody else's information. So instead of buying that list, what exactly should you do? First off, let's talk about getting the list from free from the county. Now, I've done videos on this, and you can find them on my YouTube channel. Just search accessing tax sale list, and you'll find lots of videos. But basically, all you need to do is browse to the county website of the county office that handles the tax sales wherever you're interested in investing. It could be like the county clerk's office, could be the tax commissioner, the tax collector, the treasurer, or another county department with some sort of similar name, right? There's a whole bunch of different names depending on the state and the customs in the area. If it's not on their site, just call them and ask them where the list is. Again, guys, it's free. The only time they'll charge is in some very small rural counties that have very low budgets. They might ask you to send them $1 to get it mailed to you. Or I've had some before ask me to cover the long distance faxing charge because they didn't have access to email, right? So the list itself, though, is absolutely free, guys. So don't ever feel like you have to pay for a tax list, because you don't. Now, most lists are bare bones. They'll only include very basic information. In some specific areas, they might provide a little more information, and in very rare circumstances, they'll provide like photos and maybe some descriptions. But regardless of what the county provides, your responsibility is still to research the legally described parcel of real estate that's being sold. That's it. Research that real estate. Completely ignore any of the extras that they provide. You have to remember, those photos that they took might have been taken at the very beginning of the tax foreclosure process, which was a year or two ago. And since then, that house could have been demolished, for example. I've seen it time and time again. So start from the very basics, start from scratch. Then go through that property from every single different angle and learn absolutely everything you can about that property for yourself, and then decide whether you should invest in that property or not. Guys, the truth is that this is the most difficult part, right? Research equals results. There is so much to it, guys. But at the end of the day, your entire investment hinges on accurate and thorough research and knowing what you're doing. And I'm sorry to break the news to you guys, but buying somebody else's tax sale list that did the research for you is not the closest thing to an easy button. It is not an easy button. It's actually the closest thing to a risky investment, okay? So go out and find that list yourself, and then research that list yourself, guys, and base your investment off of your research, not some stranger's research, guys. They're not teaching you how to do it. They're just saying, here's all this information, you go out and you invest your hard-earned money, and you hope that our information is correct. Guys, you need to take the time to learn how to do it. And please, guys, just at the end of the day, don't ever buy one of these lists, guys. That's it for today's live stream. If you do want to learn more about locating these lists or researching them, go on our YouTube channel. We have over 400 videos on all sorts of tax law investing stuff, including a lot on accessing these lists and researching the properties on those lists. And then, of course, guys, if you want more advanced training, consider investing a very small amount in yourself and joining the Tax Sale Academy. And also, guys, if you haven't got this yet, Tax Sale Playbook, go on over to taxsaleacademy.com. The book itself is completely free. It's like 200 pages. Great information. Just covers shipping charge to get it from our warehouse to your front door, which is $4.97. That's it in the United States. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed these live streams. If you do enjoy these live streams, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Just let us know. Hey, have a wonderful afternoon, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.